Hello and welcome back to StarCraft, and today we're going to be taking this, well, lazy man's version of StarCraft, this version where everything is slow and easy to work out, and turn it upside down. We're going to be raising our APM here with Kerrigan. So Kerrigan is one of these commanders that has this, has a hero unit, and it's actually quite fun. It's a really neat commander, one of my favorites. Honestly, I like the Zerg commanders. They make me happy. But one of the things that makes Kerrigan much more powerful is just the design of the units. Has a lot of abilities that can be activated in a manner that makes them much more strong when used manually, as opposed to allowing the AI to do its silly shenanigans. And right now what I'm doing is I'm simply delaying my attack onto their base for my teammate. Oh, my teammate didn't spawn his wave. Okay, well that's unfortunate. But what I was planning on doing is having my Kerrigan unit simply delay so that we could stack up with the next wave and have two waves hit their bunker all at once, which is actually usually results in some serious damage. Unfortunately, it would appear that my teammate here is going for a later gameplay with the Vorazir. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and get this guy going. Do you want some queens here? I'm not gonna be able to get one. And one of the greatest strengths of this particular play style, this manual control from Kerrigan, is that it allows you to more efficiently use your minerals. To say, I can still control the middle line, I can still do all the damage I need to, but I can invest into things that aren't units. I can invest into, I don't know, technology. I can invest into getting into that later game tech, because Kerrigan is one of these commanders that really gets their power spike in Tier 3. It's where they get their greatest tanks. It's where they get, Kerrigan gets her siege units. So you really want to be able to get to Tier 3 with Kerrigan, but it's really difficult to do so unless you manually control Kerrigan and suddenly wipe out multiple waves with nothing but Kerrigan and a queen for support. So I'm going to be investing into a few more queens here, get straight up to tech level 2, and I'm going to be using these queens just to keep my Kerrigan alive, because queens, they act like healers. Let's cast this on you to get extra minerals out of you. There we go. Nice. The queens, they act like healers, so I'm going to be using them to keep Kerrigan alive and doing all the whole, and then manually controlling the abilities to do all the damage I can. And it works out really well, for no other reason than Kerrigan's a good unit. And I'm okay with this. Alright, so we are spawning against this Alarak here. Let's just use the abilities, make sure that we're focusing them down. So you see a lot of abilities here, at least 3 abilities, but really they all do the same kind of thing. We have Leaping Strike, which just leaps to a target and deals 150 damage. Then we have Leaping Evasion, which leaps to an area and does 150 damage. Then we have Psionic Shift, which actually is an AoE attack, where Kerrigan travels from point A to point B and does all the damage she can. At least does AoE damage to everything between. Let's go ahead and double cast our abilities on the bunker. That way we can instantly remove its shields and let our units actually damage the hull. Nice. Alright, so now we've hit tech level 2. Just got a couple more upgrades. And this has enabled Kerrigan to now have an extremely damaging ranged attack. And this is going to come into play very quickly here, because right now we're using Kerrigan as the main tank. Kerrigan spawns at 2 armor, and we're just having her heal or take the hits. Let's just go over here real quick. Cast it on you. Alright, that's a lot of damage incoming. But one thing that makes... Oh, there's the heals we're looking for. Nice. Uh-oh. Come on. Another hit. Another hit. Can we get another heals? No, that's it. That's all the energy down. No, he has more heals than I do. He doesn't need more queens. But as I was saying, Kerrigan, it tanks pretty well, but also deals a massive amount of just auto-attack damage. So as time goes on, as the game progresses, we're going to want to transition away from having Kerrigan do all the tanking to having her not activate any abilities, not having her move in at all, so much as just sit back and auto-attack everything into the grave. Because, oh boy, Kerrigan's auto-attacks, they hit really hard now. And we're going to capitalize on that. But that will come a little bit later, though maybe sooner than later, because Alarak outscales Kerrigan in terms of hero-on-hero combat pretty quickly, and we don't want to be trying to contest him all that much. But we should be able to clear this out. He's only got four of his minions behind him. Let's just burn a couple of those away. I think with the addition of our Hydras, we're going to have just enough... Oh dear. queens didn't have enough energy. I need more queens is what's happening here. I need more healers. But right now we're still going to be owning the middle, so I'm going to invest in the gas first because economy always needs to be done first. You know, standard RTS aspects, standard strategy nonsense, and then we'll be investing into more queens. Okay, here need a queen over here. If I can get one more down before the next wave starts, that would be awesome. That way we can actually tank the Alarak for long enough to win. I think with this last queen we'll have more healing than their Alarak does. That way when the punch out happens in the middle we'll be alright. Let's focus on +1 range for our Hydras first. That way they don't, well, trip over themselves trying to get around the queens. And the Frenzy ability, which will give them a significant boost in damage output. Okay, let's get you going here. I could just burn down his units if he doesn't want to, if he has them in front. So it looks like their Alarak player has moved his supplicants to the front, which means jump you there, which means I can now burn them down first rather than waiting for I do not want you to take the baneling hits. Okay, too late. Got jumped. Which now means I can burn them down first as opposed to burning down the Alarak, which is more efficient. It's just the way it works out mathematically. It's easier, or at least better for me to burn down his supplicants than to try to burn him down and have him sacrifice away all of his supplicants. I need detection. It's not a big concern, but it's going to be sooner than later. At some point I'm gonna have to deal with these disruptors. Am I? My Alarak player is managing to deal with the disruptors quite handily, which is good for me. Okay, I'm okay with this. Let's get a couple upgrades here. Start working on a third gas. I am gassing really hard, which is always concerning. Alright, he's used his ultimate ability. We needed to burn him down super quick here. One thing to note is that Kerrigan's leaping abilities have no cooldown, so I can just find a single unit and make it disappear. Alright, eat the banelings please, jump back. Nope, I didn't get the jump back on time. But at least Kerrigan ate most of the banelings. The banelings obviously are better at splash damage than individual target destruction, so having Kerrigan eat them is good, but I don't want Kerrigan to die to them, which happened this time, so that's not good. I think I need to just go straight up to tech level 3. Do I need to go straight up to tech level 3? No, upgrades are going to be better. We could just stick where we are, because they don't have a whole lot of AoE. And as long as I work on things like Hydras, I could definitely destroy all these Void Rays, which are going to scale faster than my Alarak player is dealing with them. Yeah, he's going to start losing out this wave. I'm going to have to clean it up. And Hydras look to be the answer to what my opponent Alarak is doing here. Let's just double click him away. A Kerrigan hits so hard, man. It's so beautiful. And then it's just healing everything up, or at least being healed up by all of our queens, and we're gonna be alright. Do this, just gonna let it happen. There's too many banelings there to face tank them all. At least we can face tank them all and let my teammate come out here to actually deal some more damage. Which at this point may actually be necessary, because my teammate's going mostly aircraft, which makes sense considering it's Vorazun. Vorazun has an extraordinarily strong air presence. But it does raise the concern that if at any point we lose the ground battle, or I don't break Zagara's wave, then we're just gonna outright have their Zagara walk over, or roll over more accurately, and destroy everything on the ground. But our base is on the ground, and we can't afford that to be lost. So we really want to be careful with that. We can't afford to lose this ground battle here. But it's really actually kind of worrisome. Let's just deal with this Alarak for right now. Go punch you. Good. But I need to remove some of these stalkers. They're doing some work here. Let's get you out of there so you're not face tanking. Nope, I jumped you right into the banelings. Alright, not good. Did we get all the banelings? All but one. Yeah, we sufficiently took care of the banelings. This is fine. Let's get some more Hydras back here. They still don't have much in the way of AoE aside from those banelings. But the two Alaraks, the one that I'm helping clean up and then my own wave, don't have a whole lot of AoE. So I could just keep spamming out these Hydras for the moment. Let's see, the Vanguards. Alright, Vanguards! This is going to change things around a little bit. Looks like they're investing a lot more into those Vanguards. Never mind, they got wrecked. Those could deal with my wave if my teammate ever starts losing, which Let's be real here. It's a bit of a concern sometimes. Oh, hey. Looks like he's even cleaned up my Alarak wave. Alright, nice. Very good. Neat. So at this point, probably gonna want to start using Kerrigan more as damage, just straight DPS, rather than tanking. So let's have her move back here, away from the Banelings. Nope, Banelings just rolled through everything and completely wiped out my wave. Alright, let's get some more queens in here. Let's see, let's have another wave of queens. You know what, actually? Ultras. Ultras would solve this problem. Ultras do really well versus things like Banelings. And they're not light, so they don't take extra damage. They will take extra damage from the aberration punch attacks, but that's not going to be too big of a concern. That's not the biggest thing we have to worry about here. Now, this next wave does have some meat to it. And he's using the Alarak ultimate, so he should clean up my ally here, I say, as Alarak gets wiped. I should be able to clean this up, and I don't think I'm going to be able to push through the Zagara wave just because Zagara is disgusting. As long as I can keep Kerrigan alive here, we are tech level 3 and researching our +3/+3. Come on. Moment Zagara shows up, use the ultimate, stun everything. Go. Go back. Nope, still got hunted down, and our wave still got cleared out. That's unfortunate. Oh, a little slow on the black hole is what it is. Okay, good. Plus life on our Hydras, but our wave is going to be kind of terrifying right now, and we can make it even stronger with a set of Ultras. Now, typically I prefer to put Ultras in the back. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that. And the reason for this is they have the burrow charge ability, which I don't think I'm going to be able to get a second one. Did I get a second one? Yes, got the second one. The reason for that is they have the burrow charge ability. The burrow charge ability enables them to bypass all of my ground units. So I'm going to be doing that and just get all the upgrades they can have. Go. Put another creep tumor here to spread things wide. Here we go. See how things are stacking up in the moment my wave starts really taking damage. My Ultras just move forward and everything's gonna be fine. Now obviously they have a lot of aircrafts. Ultras don't do well versus them, but it'll be fine. There we go. Now you can crash through and still wipe out the entirety of my wave. I need more Ultras. Definitely need more Ultras. Yeah, Queens still had energy. Yeah, no, they definitely need more Ultras in order to be able to face tank that. Alright, well, we're gonna give this a shot. Additionally, I want this one for the ability cost. I'm gonna move you back here now. There we go. Kerrigan is now relegated to just straight DPS. Just auto attack DPS. That's her life now. I'm going to try to avoid using abilities for anything other than positioning. Although if something does get too close, like one of those aberrations, I can still double click it down, or maybe one of their Alaraks if ever manages to survive, which at this point is not a good assumption. It seems like the Alaraks here are really not going for supplicant based tactics, which is, you know, it is what it is. It's usually supplicant based layouts are really, really strong. Come on. Yes, please. Activate you. There we go. Have Kerrigan face take the Banelings, and we just... Well, we didn't die horribly with the Banelings, and we still have an Ultra. It should really help us push forward here. Alright. Come on. Can we double-click the Alarak? Yes, we can. It cost us the Kerrigan, but it got rid of their Alarak, and now we're going to be all over their base with a lot of units, and I think we're just going to win here. GG. Alright, and we're gonna start off with a round 2 here. I realized last round wasn't exactly the quickest round in the world, but you know, I am having a lot of fun with this game, especially strategies like this that are a bit more active. And it looks like someone's already having issues. That's not a good sign. Really not a good sign. If your computer is having a hard enough time running direct strike at this point, you know it's only going to go downhill from here. But I digress. I've been having a lot of fun with this game. I think that should be fairly apparent from the amount of direct strike videos I've been doing recently on the channel. And things like this strategy that just allow you to, or at least this commander, that allow you to have this much more interaction, it's nice. I like it a lot. And I'm just gonna wait to see if my opponent spawned anything first wave, and they did not. So let's just go back here. Autocast extractor. and try to stack up with my teammate here, though it doesn't appear that my teammate has spawned anything, so rip the dream. No. Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to get away from the turret, so I'm going to wait here and just try to kill off that wave away from their base and survive a little bit longer. Nah, there's not going to be anything I'm going to be able to do here. Alright. Rippy dippy. Alright, what is my teammate doing? Looks like Swan. Nice, so that's why he didn't spawn anything, because he spawned in the laser drill. And now it is time for us to put down our queens. Very good. G down here. And the queens, again, they will serve as just healers for our main damage units. As you guys probably saw from the score screen last time, we had a ridiculous amount of damage as well as tanking. Mostly because our Kerrigan just kind of eats bullets and doesn't care. That's just how it works. We have one queen healer now. Let's see what we're spawning against. Still no visual. So I'm going to go ahead and do this jumping back thing again. To try to, well, get that Nova to move out in front of the turret where I could attack her without getting hit by their base turret. Can I do that? I can. Am I going to be able to finish her off here? Nope. Oh, I got her with the ability right as it, look at it. They both died together. Got her with the ability right as my Kerrigan unit got obliterated. So now we're going to go up to 4 queens, which is going to be a lot of healing. There's going to be a lot more Kerrigan being alive right now. And that's going to cause a significant problem for them. Mostly because we're already clearing out waves while being on their turret. It's quite nice. I think it's time to get the extractor to go up to tier 2, and because I don't want to forget, I'm going to auto-cast those guys. Because Kerrigan upgrades are something you want to get as soon as possible. It's going to go away. Make that just insta-gib that stalker. That's so good. Oh, we're spawning against a Haka. Nice. I could just double-click him and make all of his HP go away. And goodbye to Haka. Nice. It actually really helps to have the Swan turret. Nova doing Nova things. That's fine. I'm not gonna try delaying that one, although I should have. Let's see, we got to tech level 2. So we're spawning against Dahaka. We do actually have a fair few options here. Probably gonna wanna. It took him a while to spawn their Dahaka, so he might be going for something like a higher tier rush, maybe swarm hosts or creeper host. Looks like their Nova immediately hits like level 3. You could tell because their Nova's cloaked. So I'm going to need detection here, from which I'm not going to have available to me as my wave spawned before it hit tech level 2. But I will now have the upgraded attacks for my Kerrigan. So that's going to be dealing 40 damage with the very, very fast, what is that, about 0.6 attack speed? Yeah, alright, you're getting double clicked. And I need you to go here. Uh-oh. Kerrigan has fallen to the Impaler. Impaler does a ridiculous amount of damage. But now we have a scan available to us. And our queens, our healers, are going to be doing the main attacking right now. You need to be assimilated because you exist. Time to get our detection up. It is possible that it gets devoured, but let's just hope that doesn't happen. That would be really unfortunate. We'd have to scan again. Get our Hydralisks going, just because they do a lot of good work. You know what? Let's start getting some of the Zerglings going. He doesn't have anything that counters swarm units, or swarming units, or the mass amount of units that Zerg can field. So we're just gonna start fielding them. Issue is that these stalkers can deal with them. That will not be an issue after. Let's just look at this Kerrigan just cleaning them up. Alright, double click you. Kerrigan's going to die to the Impalers again, but I think with the Hydralisk support, we're actually going to have enough DPS to survive. Yes, we are. It only cost us all of our queen energy. I don't have another. Okay, you need to go away. Here. Those hollow decoys. They hit really hard. These guys hit for 100 damage each, and their Kerrigan their Nova can just keep spamming them out. So we got to keep that in mind. I wanted more Zerglings, and I wanted a lot more Zerglings. Impalers, not so good versus Zerglings. Impalers do really well versus single targets, not so well versus many targets. And we're going to give them many, many targets to deal with. Actually, how much health do they have? 35? I want them to have more. That way they can actually survive a single Impaler hit. That way it takes at least 2 Impaler hits. That should do it. I really don't want the queens to heal them, but eh. If it eats another impaler hit, then so be it. We're just gonna have to get additional queens to mix in there. Also, those are healers? They were. Double click Dahaka into the grave. Leap you back. I want you dealing damage that everything else. Nope. Okay. Impalers. It's fine. The impalers were burrowed up. There they are. They're burrowed underneath there. Couldn't see them. Couldn't shoot them. But they could shoot us, and it hurt. It hurt real bad. Assimilate you, please. Assimilate ability, if you guys don't remember, just marks an enemy unit. It doesn't actually do anything to the unit, but when that unit dies, we gain 100 minerals, which is kind of nice. It's actually really nice. It's bonus income, and bonus income is good income. I don't care about the speed that much. These Zerglings have the leap ability as well, so when they get close, they might as well have speed. And when they're on creep, they're super fast. So it's just an extra 75 that doesn't really help anything. So you guys get to see how fast they are on creep. And also, before it, look at this, and they just kind of instantly there. Double click to Haka down. Bye. Nice. There we go. And we're pushing onto their base. I need to get rid of those. I need to do something about those hollow decoys. I think the best solution is just going to be additional Hydras. Oh jeez, they have 1000 HP and 2 armor though. Oh jeez. Alternatively, we could go for air units. I don't think that's the appropriate solution. Yeah, let's just go for more Hydras. Dahaka's going to have a hard time after I finish out this line. So, clean those up. Let's just go for more Hydras. The Hydras, they're going to outscale things a bit faster. They just have a disgusting amount of DPS, especially with the frenzy ability, which we already have unlocked. It's just it burns down high HP units real quick. As things like the mutas, if we were to go for those, while they would do well versus oh yeah, now he's got primal igniters, which will not do a whole lot versus things that aren't our Zerglings. Go. Come on. I need that Dahaka to go away. Go away, Dahaka. Ew. Got rid of their Nova, make that one go away. We have another Nova here. Fortunately, we do a disgusting amount of damage. Oh, it lived! No! It's so close to not being alive. So close to not being alive. The beam of laser drill of death isn't going to get rid of it. Nope. Okay. Let's just get more Hydras and Queens. I think... Just do this. There we go. Come on. Come on. One more. And we want +2. Just have massive amounts of Hydras just roll across the field and just shoot everything. All those armored units. Ha! Hydras. They solve all problems. Let's see. 13 damage every 0.59 seconds. And when Frenzy enables, it doubles that speed. So let's just get it slaughter everything. I actually need to use my abilities on those. I really want to hit tech level 3 of Kerrigan. Is that it allows us to have less energy cost on our abilities. Oh yeah, you guys do a lot of damage. Suddenly 500 damage per second hitting my Kerrigan. It's gonna wipe out Kerrigan super fast. Yeah. At that point, we can't have Kerrigan tanking. We can't have anything tanking. We just have to out-damage them, which is kind of difficult until we get more Hydras. There we go. I could get Lurkers of my own. I don't think that's a huge priority right now, mostly because my Lurkers are AoE based, while their Impalers don't. What? Give me. Thank you. Their Impalers deal high damage to single targets. Mine deal, well, kind of high damage to multiple targets. They're Lurkers. They're AoE, and we're not dealing with a lot of large quantity of units here. We're dealing with smaller, higher HP units, things like Dahaka heroes and Impalers themselves. Let's sacrifice Kerrigan, try to get out. Shouldn't have done that. I tried to double click the Impaler, didn't get the second click off. Oh well, or rather I don't think we had enough energy for it. So one thing that my teammate can do here is get a bunch of Cyclones. Cyclones are one of the highest DPS units, assuming that they're focusing down a single target. Things like the hollow decoys. I should probably tell him in-game. That way That way he has an opportunity to see it ever. Let's go ahead and do that, actually. Because those hollow decoys will kind of blow up anything that he builds up until they get burned down. You can use cyclones in the back line for massive single target DPS. Sure, he can figure it out from there. Extra hotkey you, ability on you, ability on you. Make that go away. And now I can jump you to the rear if you survive. Did not survive. Just gonna jump into the rear and let the single auto attack. Alright, let's see. What's happening here? We are losing out due to, I think, just the Impaler damage is doing a lot more work than I wanted it to. Okay, solutions can be Torasks. Yes, they don't do well versus the, well, the Impalers, but they will tank for us. Okay, come on, get him off the turret. Get him off the turret. There we go. That's a lot of Marines. It's a lot of dead Marines. That's what that is. Alright, my wave is next. Let's get over here and try to push them back. Do we hit tier 3? A few seconds away. Once we hit tier 3, our ultimate ability will become active, and we should be able to clear out all of this. Just gotta wait for the opportune moment. There it is. Boom. Double click the Dahaka. Make it go away. Thank you. There we go. Now we're starting to really push back here. Well, at least we cleared out the Dahaka wave aside from the Impalers. Unfortunately, those are the ones we really needed to clear out. Let's see, alternatively, would our own siege line work better than... You know what? Let's get a little risky here. This might not work out for us, but if we get our own siege line of Broodlords, we will be able to at least punish them for, well, losing their ground force. And that might be better than trying to just crush everything on the ground. Of course, this will leave us vulnerable to anti-air things like Mutalisks or Destroyers, but at least we have a healthy amount of units that will do a lot of ground to air to protect the Broodlords for us. Alright, you need to... you're doing well. No, you're tanking things. You need to go to the back. Try to break the Impaler lock, although I'm sure it will be retargeted sooner than later. There we are. Just have Kerrigan just deal massive amounts of damage, just chain firing everything. Alright, jump back, please. Oh, he got healed. And then immediately cut down by the hollow decoys. Alright. Get these guys going. Up. Nope, 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 not perfect. There we go. Much better. I'm gonna put another tumor here just so it grows that way. For those wondering, if the unit expires, it does count as dying. So for the case of Assimilate, even if it did expire without having been first, well, killed, then I do get the bonus for it. Let's do this. There's no other abilities I want. I want these guys. The Raptorlings remove target's armor is kind of super good, so I definitely want those. Should probably move my Kerrigan to the rear now, just so it doesn't charge in first, you know, relatively speaking. The Zerglings are going first. Alright, burn down Dahaka, please. Thank you. I love how easy it is to just double click on things. Alright, you should not be the closest to the turret, please. Please make those go away. 40 damage per second. 40 damage per half second, actually. Nope, nope, stop hitting my unit. Stop hitting my unit. Kerrigan, do your work. There, hey, Kerrigan survived. Nice. Nope, nope, get away from the turret. You're not going to be able to get away from this turret, are you? Ultimate ability. Get on the turret. Yes! Alright, I think we stunned it just long enough to get on their turret and blow it away. I need another Broodlord before this starts. Are we going to be able to get a second one? Yes, we are. Now that it's spawned, I can fix it. Go. Nice. Nice, beautiful wave. This is the only time this Broodlord will not be perfectly aligned. And now we're just going to kind of push across. And yeah, I think the Broodlords were the better choice. Mostly because it's still alive. And it's, you know, it's only got 3 kills, but he's trying. He's trying. Doing his thing. And now we have 5 of them. And that's a little bit more dangerous. They have so many hollow decoys. This is a legitimate strat, guys. All these hollow decoys, it's kind of brutal. Where did my... Oh dear. I don't know where my Kerrigan is. There it is. Let's double click you. And I think we're just gonna win here. GG. Alright guys, make sure to check back on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because that's when we're going live with our next StarCraft II arcade livestream. If you guys want to join in, make sure to join the community and I'll see you guys later.